Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's new unboxing video for new Force of Will set, Battle for Attoractia, which I can't pronounce. I'm Chris and joined by James.
Hello.
And yeah, we're gonna start unboxing.
We're not going to go through too much on the commons, we're just going to skip most of them because there's so many cards in this and it will take far too long.
That's all, yeah, pretty much.
Carry on.
Yeah, very nice box again, same as the last set. They should go into box making more than card making.
Oh, we've got some manly abs.
Yes, very manly. Nice axe. Although he's ginger, so I don't know how he can wield it.
And suddenly everyone's just turned the video off.
Sorry about that. Yep, so as always, 36 boosters, 10 cards in each. And we'll just get opening, sort of.
So many cards for, as you were saying before, such a little amount really.
Yeah.
105.
Yeah, 105 cards in the set.
And 5 of those are magic stones.
True, yes. So, the last drop, remote controlled beast. Oh, this is like the small one of the one I was talking about a minute ago.
Oh, yeah.
So there's like a couple of remote control cards in there, and they cost 1 less for each machine you control.
That's still pretty buff.
Yeah.
You can get it out really.
Yeah, I mean, put down like, even like 3 other machines, like weenie machines, and you have a 1-drop 800. Pretty nasty. Sacred Knight of the North.
I love the life game deck.
Is that a thing in this? The
Yeah.
life game?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, in the set more than anything. Blood-covered War Axe.
I believe there's a ruler that gives like your guys counters to buff them up the more life you gain.
Ah, okay, cool. I haven't seen too much of the set, to be honest. Death Trap. Song of the Fairy. I said Sons of the Fairy Song. Definitely Song of the Fairy King. Onto the uncommons. So Bloodfire Dragon. More dragons, always good. High Speed Dash.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Crazy artwork.
I love the
Yeah. So this is rare. So choose one. Put your J ruler into your ruler area as a ruler, or return target resonator you control to its owner's hand. For 1.
It's pretty good. There's a lot of J ruler hate in this one as well. So, and also
Yeah.
Sylvia. Sylvia comes out. It's like, oh, I'll take that back.
Yeah, bring it back in again.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. And then we have a Fire Magic Stone, and our, yes, a dummy doll is the foil. 1-drop has stealth, more stealth stuff. Do people still use stealth? There's only like 1 or 2 decks out there that really use it.
It's mostly a Razard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when a machine you control becomes targeted by spells or abilities your opponent controls, while this card is in your chance standby area, you may play it without paying its cost. When this card enters the field from chance standby area, cancel target spell or ability targeting a machine you control if you do draw a card. So cancels a spell and draws a card for 2.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, not bad for a machine deck,
No.
but yeah, you know.
Keeps your machine safe until you get out your big guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shift that, put the rare there, and I'll keep the foils to one side, and then just have a massive stack of commons. Okay, keep gonna have to open on camera. It's really,
And my packs. Nobody else is.
really awkward. I'm awful at opening packs. So, down the drain. Nice name. Destroy target fire resonator though. That's like, yeah, some red hate. Kill Lancelot.
Oh.
For 1.
But everyone loves Lancelot.
Yeah, apart from the people who don't.
I love Lancelot.
Escort of the Fairy King. Last People of Gloria. Yeah, more life gain.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
gain 700 life. It's a bit of a weird one actually. 4 for 0-1000.
Yeah, I suppose. But you can buff him up, like I said, give him permanent buffs.
True.
That's a pretty big shield.
Plus you you gain 700
life.
when he comes in and leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's 1400 life.
And you can use Dream of Juliet.
Yeah, to bounce him back and gain more. I can't even pronounce that. Vel Savarian Apparition. Nice. Lapis Dark Beast. Another dummy doll. Is that a reprint?
No, it's new.
Okay, Avalon. So Knights plus 2,000, plus 200, plus 200. So Knights are finally getting their field buff.
Best.
Yeah. The rare is True Successor of Certo Volgar. He is pretty nice actually. 2 red, and when it's dealt damage, it deals damage to your opponent.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, you're swinging for 2,000 with something? Yeah.
Fire is disgusting.
Throw this guy in the way and deal 2,000 to you. Yeah, pretty big swing with that card. Light Magic Stone, and we have a Lapis Dark. What is that? Storm. Okay. The M's on these cards.
Yeah, the font is really weird on this set.
Yeah. So your opponent discards a card at random, then discards a card.
Worded a bit awkwardly.
Well, not really, because it's.
I mean, it's easy to. Yeah. So you your opponent chooses one for you to discard, and then you discard one if someone uses it on you.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it's just essentially discard 2 cards, but one of them is random, one of them is chosen.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And get rid of that.
So yeah, and also fire have a lot of hurting themselves, but only like little bits. So you just keep on chipping away yourself with this guy.
Yeah.
I mean him, and you just fire is just.
Yeah, it works well with the stuff that was in the previous set, Moonlit Savior.
Yeah.
Where fire want to mill themselves to get their big stuff out. Yeah, Maribella's work. Draw 2 cards for potentially 0.
Yeah.
Nice. Surveyors of Sisay? Nice.
Saviors, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Survivors.
Survivors.
I said Surveyors, you said...
I didn't read it. Leave me alone.
No, I didn't read it either.
You just guessed the name.
Yeah. I saw it began with an S and just assumed. So more beast stuff, which is pretty good. This card gets plus 400 as long as you control another beast. So for 1, that's good early game play, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Fairly disgusting, actually, in some decks. Life Profiteering Priest. Aren't all priests profiteering?
Oh.
Blood Boil. Oh, this is the... yeah. This is going to see a lot of play, I
Is
think.
this the New Thunder one?
Pretty much, yeah. So, 1 red, 1 of any other. Choose 1. This card deals 600 damage to your opponent. Your opponent cannot gain life until the end of turn, or target resonator you control gets plus 800 until end of turn. At the end of turn, destroy that resonator. So it's like a one-shot thing to maybe punch through another resonator blocker or something, or just finish off your opponent.
And you can also do it on your opponent, the 800 and kill it?
Yeah.
If you weren't planning on attacking,
Oh,
you
actually,
just needed to get rid of something big.
Nah, target resonator you control.
Oh, never mind.
You could steal their resonator somehow.
Valentina just to kill
Yeah,
it.
exactly. If you're playing red-blue. Corrosion. Added resonator gains plus 800 minus 400. Okay. I love the artwork on that, though. That is great artwork. Like some weird little goblin demon thing.
Not my kind of thing. Most darkness cards aren't they?
Fairy Shadow.
That one's pretty cool.
No. Yeah. It's a woman butterfly. It's pretty cool. When this card enters your field, destroy target resonator with total cost 1. Just kill other fairies. Yeah, why not?
I mean, there are some really annoying 1-drops out there, though.
True, there are. Like Percival.
Yeah.
Circle of Trust. Choose 1, search your main deck for up to 2 fairy resonators, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your main deck. Or, all fairy resonators you control gain plus 400 until end of turn. So yeah, fairies are going to see a bit more play, I think.
Fairies are great. I love fairies. The big boss in this, Titania, is amazing.
Yeah. So, fairies are back again.
What do you mean, back?
Yeah, they never left, really. So our rare is I can't read it because of the font. Midsummer's Night's King Oberon. Okay, that makes sense now. So he's a fairy resonator. Costs 2. Has flying and quick cast. And all fairies in your hand gain quick cast.
Oof.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
Vivian love. Or, because every time you bring a fairy onto your field, Vivian boosts your field 200, 200.
Yeah.
So whenever your opponent attacks, you're just like, oh, okay, I just buff
Yeah.
everything up.
Yeah, just quick cast in a few other fairies. Or even at the end of their turn so that you can swing with them on your turn.
Yeah.
That works as well. Pretty versatile card. And for a fairy, he has good stats.
That's supposed to mean.
Come on, most fairies like 200, 200,
Yeah,
or
that's
200, 300 or something. Then we have a Brutal Conqueror's Memoria. So it's special magic stone, produces fire, or you can pay fire and 2 to tap it, and this card deals 100 damage to your opponent.
Oh no.
So it's like...
I mean, it's good to have on the field, like, and they can't do anything about it. That's good.
I mean, there's no reason not to play it instead of a Firestone.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it does exactly the same as a Firestone, but has the added bonus of if you have floating, I want to say mana, but it's not, will, you can just, deal a bit of damage to them.
Yeah.
It kind of works.
It's alright.
Yeah. Can't complain. And Gathering of Fairies, more fairies. You gain 1,000 life for one light.
Oh, it's amazing.
Wow.
Fairies are great. I love fairies.
Seems like there's just a lot of fairies and a lot of machines in this set so far.
I think the others are sort of just like not sure what they're doing. They're not really working together. And
Yeah.
the machines and fairies are doing a bit more.
That's true. I think I see a full art in this.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. So remnants of Niflheim.
Niflheim?
Niflheim. I don't know.
I think it's Niflheim.
Does it have an L in there?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, okay. It does. My mistake. So more zombies. Who doesn't like zombies?
Me.
Well, that answers that question. Bulwark Architect. Yeah.
What's that?
Is that like the first blue resonator we've seen? I don't remember seeing
Probably,
any
yeah.
others. So a target resonator with no attribute gains +0, +400 until end of turn. So it's a blue that works with machines, basically.
Yeah, there's a few of those in this, I believe.
True, yeah. So blue is becoming less of its own identity and more of like, oh, we're just going to shoehorn, machines into blue or something.
I guess it's because like Valentina's dead, so it's more to do with storyline thing.
True. Another one of those. Another one of those. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of doubles. Rotting Black Moon Dragon. Now that is nice artwork. And you can pay a moon, and this card and target resonator gain -200 until end of turn. So it costs 3 for an 800 that can semi-kill itself and something else.
Yeah, it's alright. I guess.
Yeah,
It's quite costly.
true. And it doesn't even fly, and it's a dragon.
Because it's a zombie dragon. Its wings are probably just.
True.
And also zombies suck. So, carry on.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Sorry to anyone who loves zombies. I just think.
So everybody apart from you.
They're overrated.
What about fairy zombies?
That'd be awful. Fairies are pure.
And non-zombified. Time Gazer Elf. So it costs 4 for a 600, 800. When it enters your field or leaves your field for a non-field zone, draw a card. So draw 2 cards basically. And when this card leaves your field, draw a card.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you bounce it back to your hand, you draw a card. If you bounce it to your graveyard, draw a card. And pay a moon, look at the top 3 cards of your main deck and put them back in any order. So you can sort of tutor what you need to the
pretty cool.
top. Yeah. Not bad. It's, again, a bit costly for 4.
Yeah.
And then you actually have to pay the moon as well on top of that to get the effect of putting the cards in the right order. But, green has some decent stuff now for actually making sure they know what they get next.
Green were always decent.
True, yeah. Fair enough.
Titania.
So yes, Titania is our rare. So Resonator 12 Apostles Fairy. She costs 7, so 1 blue, 6 of any other, and has flying. As you play this card, you may rest any number of Resonators you control. You pay 2 less to play this card for each Resonator rested this way. So rest 3 Resonators, get her for 1.
Rest 3 1-drop fairies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other water resonators and other fairy resonators you control gain plus 200. So not even useful in just fairy decks. He's actually useful in like water decks too.
And she's a 12/12.
Yeah.
She is so good. I love her.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Waifu for life.
Yeah. Illusionary Demonic Globe Attoractia. Okay. Did I pronounce that right?
I
did.
think so.
I think I actually got it right. So choose one. It costs 7. Sorry. It's a regalia that costs 7. No more 0-drop regalia for you. Choose one. Remove target resonator, addition, or regalia with an attribute from the game if it doesn't share an attribute with a card in any removed area that was removed by this card. Or remove target resonator, addition, or regalia with no attribute from the game if there are no cards with no attribute that were removed by this card in any removed area. I am confused just by reading the words.
I used to know what this card does, but after you reading it, it's made it more confusing.
Yeah, I know. So basically, tap it and remove something from the game if there isn't something with the same attribute that has already been removed from the game by this card.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can tap it for the second ability. Put 6 cards in a removed area that were removed by this card into their owner's graveyards. You win the game. You win the game. It repeats that twice.
I remember seeing that type.
Look, it repeats it twice.
Yeah.
You win the game. You win the game.
Just
is that like you win the game of Force of Will and the game?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, maybe the second skill, because the first skill happens and you finish the game, and then the second game starts, and the second skill wins you the second game.
True. So you actually just, if you're playing in a tournament, you win the first game and the second game and go through.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Pretty nice card. It's just an extra win condition, isn't it?
It's going to be quite difficult unless you've got loads of attributes in your deck.
True. Because you can't really rely on your opponent to be playing attributed cards, especially when there's like lots of no attribute stuff floating around. Especially in this set.
6 cards, doesn't it?
Yes.
So I'm guessing it means non-attribute as well. That's one of them.
Yeah, there's probably an FAQ on that, I would imagine, considering it says on the card like that share an attribute with a card in any removed area. Confusion. And then our foil looks very nice actually. Reflective water shield. Add a resonator, gains plus 200 plus 600, prevent all non-battle damage that would be dealt to add a resonator by fire cards. So more fire hate. Excellent.
The water shield is a light card.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. It makes perfect sense.
Well, I mean, it's fair enough because fire are just awful.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great, but that's the problem. That's why they're awful. I mean, Lancelot was bad, but now all this are just like hurt your opponent for doing nothing.
Yeah, true. Fairy flower extract. And there's lots of stuff like, I've forgotten her name already. From the previous set, the one where she comes in and just kills everything. And everybody. For fire. Ooh, another decoy. Is that a reprint? Little Alice's decoy?
Nope. It's a new one. There are no reprints in this set.
Okay.
Apart from the magic.
Rabbit trap. Nice.
See, they're killing zombies.
True.
They know what's going on.
Yep. So when you never actually pay the 4. I mean, you can pay the 4 if you choose to, but you're basically going to be putting it in your chance standby. And the trigger is when a J resonator your opponent controls attacks you, put up to 3 rabbits with a total cost of 1 from your graveyard into the field. So yeah. Oh, my rabbits are dead. Not anymore. Flame trap. Another one of them. Time Gazer Elf, another one. Machine Sympathizer. Oh, this is one of the other blue cards that deals with machines.
Mm.
So this card gains +200/+200 for each resonator with no attribute you control. So for 1, he's going to get pumped up a hell of a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to ever going against machines.
Yeah. And that was also the rare. Waterstone and Collapsing World. That is very dark artwork. Looks cool in foil though. So at the beginning of each player's turn, that player banishes a resonator. Oh, darkness. What are you doing to us?
I'll just play 4 of these.
Yeah.
You draw a card, you
And then
discard your hand.
and just rely on alternate win conditions or something. Like never putting resonators into the field. Or just having so many resonators that it doesn't matter. That you're banishing your zombies or something.
Who plays zombies?
Dan.
Oh, yes.
Lapis Dark Beast. Fairy Flower Extract. TikTok Automaton.
Oh.
Nice. I kind of like the artwork on this, so I'm going to talk about it. When this card is put into a graveyard from your field, reveal cards from the top of your main deck until you reveal a machine with total cost 2. Huh, so that's exactly 2. Not less than 2. Or more than 2, but exactly 2. Put that card into your field and shuffle the rest into your main deck. So a 3-drop, 400, 800 that also gets out, guaranteed gets out a 2-drop if he goes to the graveyard. So he basically turns into a mechanical knight.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I like it. Just flip through your whole deck until you get what you want.
Exactly. Another decoy, another rabbit trap. Lots of decoys and traps. Song of the Fairy King.
We have seen.
Yes. Bloodfire Dragon. I believe we've seen that as well. And the rare is Riser, First of the Dead. It's pretty nice. So it's a zombie resonator. It costs 4, 800, 800, and it has stealth. So you can play it for 2, right? That's how stealth works in this.
Yeah.
So you play for 2 instead of 4, and then you flip it when the condition's met. So if you control 4 or more magic stones, you control a darkness magic stone and no resonators, you can pay it without paying its cost. So basically, if you're late game and you've just been board wiped, this can come out.
Yeah.
And save the day. So when this card enters your field, you may pay 1,000 life. If you do, search your main deck for a card and put it into your chance standby area face down, then shuffle your main deck. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is all I can say. I mean, I'm sure there's ways you can abuse that.
She's not really going to be saving the day, though, if
Yeah.
she takes away 1,000 of your life.
True. That is very true. But still, I mean, life is just another resource, isn't it? So that's how the red deck from the previous set works so well.
Yeah,
because it just uses life as a resource, and paying life to get cards into your exile area to then bring out your J ruler quicker. So it's an interesting one. Nice. We have a J ruler. Machina, clever researcher. Nice. Just going to dump those there because I need both hands for this. It's so good. So this card gains Machina, the Mechanical Emperor, in addition to other names. In fact, shouldn't we probably talk about the first side first?
Yeah, but it's quite bland.
Yeah. So it's just a ruler that is all 5 attributes rather than no attribute. Strangely, and it's called Memory of the Seven Lands, and Judgment is just 4.
So every ruler in this set has that side.
Yeah. So when he flips, when this card enters your field, if you control an aloof researcher's Memoria, search your main deck for up to 2 machines whose combined total cost is 7 or less and put them into your field. Then shuffle your main deck. If you control 4 aloof researcher's Memoria, search your main deck for up to 4 machines whose combined total cost is 12 or less and put them into your field instead. Then shuffle your main deck. This card gains +200/+200 for each machine you control. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little luck based, really.
True.
But I mean,
you need those Memorias out
yeah.
for it to be really, really good. I can't see it being better than the old Machina. But still...
It needs more setup than the old Machina.
True, because like you can get a turn 5 kill with old Machina fairly easily.
Yeah.
This is just... It's going to go to late game, which means you need a lot more defense.
Because old Machina is basically his own setup, really.
Yeah.
Because he can just search whatever he wants.
True.
So yeah, this guy's... he's interesting.
Yeah, and it's a water J-Ruler as well, which is quite interesting, rather than machine. So yeah, they've gone for machines definitely in water. It's a cool one. It might see play, but we'll see. I'll just get those out of the way and put the secret rares there, or super rares, whatever you want to say. And the Robox. Okay. So it costs 2. It's a machine resonator, 200, 600. And when it's put into the graveyard from your field, reveal cards from the top of your main deck until you reveal a machine with total cost 1. It's basically the same as the whatever it was, the robot-y thing.
Yeah, with the little mace hands.
Yeah. So in theory, you could put in the 3-drop robot thing. When it dies, search for this one. When this dies, search for a 1-drop, and just like cascade it down.
Just downgrading every time.
Yeah. Just recycling your machines, literally. It's pretty cool.
Come on, you can do it.
I know. It seems like they've upgraded their packs, so they're actually harder to get into these days. I used to be able to just like tear them in half.
Is that really an upgrade?
I know, you want it to be easy to get into. So just pretty much flicking through the commons and uncommons now, because we've seen most of them. Although Napping Lion is kind of amusing. So it's 2-drop Beast Resonator, 800, 800, and it can't attack or block unless it's damaged. But there are plenty of things in red that can damage it.
Yeah.
So, but you need to damage it every turn. But then again, that card I was thinking of earlier, I really can't remember her name.
Sylvia?
No, she's like a Valkyrie or something.
A Valkyrie?
Oh, I don't
Brunhilde?
remember.
Aya? Sweeble? I don't know.
I don't remember what the card's called. I have it in my deck. I just can't remember the name.
That kills everything.
Not everything, but she comes in and she can pay like 1 to deal 100 damage to you.
Oh, Athena!
Athena, that's the one.
Valkyrie.
It's pretty
Different mythologies.
same thing. All mythology is based on the same stuff, right? Anyway, so yeah, Athena. Wouldn't actually work with this thinking about it, but never mind. At least I remember the name.
Crocos Shark.
Crocos Shark. Wow. A fantasy resonator for 3 will. You may have any number of copies of this card in your main deck. There are people I've seen who will be trying to make, like, 38 cards of this with, like, 2 other things. Just for a laugh. Because it gains plus 200 for each other Crocos Shark you control. So, yeah, it's kind of like the rats in Magic.
And you also, when it dies, you have another way of getting Crocos Sharks, don't you?
Well, it has stealth. When it enters your field from the chance standby area, you may put a card named Crocos Shark from your hand into the field.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So, surprise, 2 Crocos Sharks that then buff each other.
Yeah.
Pretty nasty.
I like it. Ooh.
So,
Napping Lion.
Owain, Knight of Lions, is our rare. So he's Knight of the Round Table. For 3 will, 600, 600, and he gains plus 200 for each beast you control. He also has swiftness and first strike as long as you control the beast. And whenever it attacks, it deals 200 damage to each resonator. So that is a way to activate your lion.
Yeah. Because no, the round table, that doesn't work with the Knight of the Round Table.
Yeah. Not really, does it?
No.
But then again, you've got a card that buffs all the round table knights plus 200 now, so
I suppose.
kind of negates that in a way.
Traitor.
Still a nice card.
Yeah.
So we have a super rare, secret rare. Is it? What does the S stand for in this game? 'Cause
Super.
Super. Okay,
Yeah.
super rare. Because it's kind of different in each one. Like in Pokemon, it's secret rare, isn't it? So small assistant Mariabella. She is a human machine resonator that costs 2 will, and she's 500/500. When this card is put into a graveyard from your field, you may search your main deck for a card named Maribel the Steel Doll or Maribel Insane Self-Aware Machine. Oh my god. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your main deck. Really? Oh, it died. Tutor, my best card.
But you play machines, you should be happy.
I know, but it's just... Oh, everyone's going to be playing machines now. Then again, they already are. Everyone has a machine deck on the side, even if they don't play it as their main deck. Pretty much everybody has a machine deck.
Excuse me. I don't.
You're the one exception.
I'm always the one exception.
Yeah. You can also remove this card from in your graveyard from the game. Produce 2 will. Spend this will only to play activate abilities of Maribel the Steel Doll or to play Maribel Insane Self-Aware Machine. Yeah, banish it to just get the stuff you tutored out even cheaper.
It's great.
Yeah,
Love it.
crazy. And another Blood Boil is our foil. That actually looks quite nice in foil. But we got one normal one and one foil one in the same pack.
No.
Remember,
This is a popular card. So
yeah, and there's only 105 of them.
Yeah.
You're bound to get some of the same. Lapis's Beast of Flame. Again, quite nice artwork. And deal 600 damage to target resonator when it comes into the field. And has swiftness.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's expensive,
Yeah.
but maybe worth it. Maybe not. Yeah, just literally flipping through. More bunnies. Crocos Shark Crossing. Wow, when this card enters your field, search your main deck for a card named as target resonator. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your main deck. Target resonator and all of the resonators with the same name get +300/+300 until end of turn. So yeah, just wipe everybody out with Crocos Sharks. That's insane.
Told you it was the best card.
Yeah. Another collapsing world. Definitely looks better in foil.
It's just a bit too dark, I think.
So the rare is Battle for Attoractia.
Awkward.
Yeah. So it's a rare card. Well, shouldn't it be like a super rare, considering it's named after the set? So it has Remnant, so you can play it from your graveyard as well. Target J Resonator you control and target J Resonator your opponent controls deal damage equal to their attack to each other.
We've had very similar cards before.
We have, yeah.
But none of them had Remnant.
True.
So,
Yeah, and most of them were in green, weren't they?
yeah. Green are good at being not liked by people.
Yeah. So it's like a red version of a green card.
Yeah.
Essentially, with Remnant, which is a very red thing to have, to be fair.
I guess it is now.
I think there's more red cards with Remnant than any other.
I always thought of it as more of a green thing. I think that's because of rapid growth though.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, very true. But still, quite a nice card. Especially if you've got all those cards that are like, you know, bumped up, like giving each other extra attack and stuff. And
Yeah.
Magic Stone and Black Moonbeam is a foil rare. Again, nice artwork in foil, not so much in the non-foil because you can't see it. And this is just disgusting. This is possibly one of the most disgusting cards in the set. 2 Black Will. Destroy target J Ruler. Players cannot chase to this card. It's basically 2 Black Will, I win the game. Against some decks.
Yeah. Like Valentina.
Yeah. It is just I'm gonna put it down now because
Yeah, I don't think many people will like this card.
no, and yet many people will be playing it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you're playing against black now, you're gonna really not wanna J-activate stuff. Like,
I mean, you could just have that secretly in your deck with, like, in
Yeah.
a red deck.
true, just play like dual magic stones, just
Yeah.
for a laugh. Yeah. Ooh, haven't seen these two. Nice artwork on both of them. Sort of.
I like the knight.
You would. Knights and fairies. Engineer of Legatus. More stuff with machines from blue. Yeah, more fairies. Banish this card, destroy target addition or card in a chance standby area. That's not bad. For one.
You just got 600 defense, which is...
Yeah. Nice for fairies.
Yeah.
Moonbreeze Rabbit. So these are the rabbits that you're going to be bringing back with the trap. Banish this card to produce wind or moon. I nearly said fire, but it's actually orange, not red. It's not bad, I suppose. Bit of ramp, some rabbit ramp.
I love the rabbit.
Rampant
So
rabbits.
Silly.
Oh dear. Sorry about that one. Machine Lab of Legatus. So when this card enters your field, put target machine with total cost 2 or less from your graveyard into your field. You're essentially getting a machine for free.
Which is good for the Death Star thing.
Yeah.
Can't remember what his name is. Artificial Moon.
Yes.
And big guy.
Yep. Yeah.
I also can't remember the name.
Yeah, I mean, basically you're just getting more stuff on your field so you can make your other machines cheaper with the newer cards in this set anyway. In fact, wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cards like that cost 1 less for each machine. Yeah, machines are going to stick around on the board quite a lot now, aren't they? Ooh, very nice. Another super rare. Hades, Lord of the Dead. Very expensive. I assume he can be made cheaper. So 1 black, 8 of any other. He's a 12 Apostles Resonator. You may pay 1 less to play this card for each card in your chant standby area. So, yeah, they're really going for the whole, all in on standby area for black.
Yeah, I guess everyone ignored Razard at first, so they just want a reason to use him.
True. And he also has 3 abilities. So, pay 1 black, banish a card in your chant standby area. Target Resonator gains -400 until end of turn. Can be useful. Trading a card for a card.
Yeah.
2 black, banish a card in your chant standby area. Destroy target Resonator if you banished a card with stealth this way. Because, you can actually put things that don't have stealth in your standby area.
Yeah,
they just can't be activated.
Yeah, as long as you play 2, you can put anything in your chant standby area.
Indeed. As long as it has stealth, you can destroy a Resonator, which is pretty good against most things, I would say. Apart from Lancelot. Oh no, it works against Lancelot. It doesn't work against Arthur. Because it's black, but, Or pay 2 and tap him. Or rest him, can't say tap. Put target Resonator with stealth you control into its owner's chant standby area face down. So, essentially, stealth is already triggered on something, you put it back into stealth so you get the effect again.
Yeah. Or you could get rid of it through his second effect.
Yeah, although, I don't know, when he's rested you can still use the other abilities as well. It's not bad. I mean, it's a 1400, and as long as you're putting stuff in the standby area, he's going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
But by putting stuff in the standby area, you're paying 2 per card to put down there anyway. So
I can't see him being used overly often.
It may be a one-off in certain decks.
Yeah.
Still pretty nice. Good finisher.
Yeah.
But getting him out is going to be difficult. And another Titania.
That looks great.
It does look very nice, full art foil.
Just put it next to me. Yeah.
It's really shiny.
I'm glad they got rid of the big summoning circle thing from full arts.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of liked it in the previous set where they had some of them in the background, but when it was like stamped on top, it really like detracted from the artwork and stuff. So yeah, very nice card.
The wings are a different texture.
Stroke those wings. Alright, let's just probably blast through these last. I mean, we still have quite a few left, but...
Last 3/4 of the day.
Yeah. We'll probably just end up skipping to the rare. Unless I see anything that's like that. Home of the Wingmen. Whenever you put one or more resonators with flying into your field for the first time each turn, draw a card. That's great, just card draw for playing flying creatures. And target resonator with flying gains +300/+300 until end of turn when you rest it. So, not bad. I didn't go past the red, did I? Okay, that's it. Machine Lab of Legatus again. And Engineer of Legatus is our nice foil. Stop stroking the wings.
So good.
Luckily, I think that's off camera, so...
Oh, damn it. Now people won't know which one they're supposed to buy. The one that's been fondled by James.
That costs extra normally. I saw something fun at the back, so I'm kind of wanting to get there as quick as I can. Ooh, we haven't seen that. Sanguine Arena. This card deals 200 damage to each resonator. Play this ability only if you control a resonator. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say it was rubbish, like, way.
No. I was... That's actually insane. Aim for one red will, and then just tap it, and you just... Yeah.
And then you do it to your guy who deals damage to your opponent.
Exactly.
That's a lot of Percivals you got there.
Yeah.
It's a shame they have only 200 defense.
But they can, you know...
Banish themselves.
Banish themselves to save themselves.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have an Artificial Moon, so that's the cool Death Star. Cost 2 will, it's a Machine Moon Resonator, and it's, 0, 1500. There are some cards that interact with it from what I remember of the set. But even the fact that you have a moon, like Kaguya from the previous set, a lot of like her cards with, you know, like, oh, if you don't control a moon, then it does bad stuff to you.
Yeah.
So now machines can control moons without having to go into different colours.
There's the green guy who can switch the defense with the attack.
True, but then it kills it.
Oh, yeah. I guess you give it a screw first.
Yeah, you'd have to mechanically screw it. Mechanically screw the Death Star.
Why doesn't it have flying? It is in the air.
Because moons don't fly, they orbit.
This one does. It's not out of the atmosphere. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to defend.
True. The interdimensional escape. Wow, the artwork on that, just Kaguya escaping through a portal.
Screw that world.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's like, did I win? Did I lose? I don't know. I'm escaping whatever. So 3 will. Each player chooses a resonator they control, then each player banishes all other resonators they control.
I guess I'll just keep my Arthur then.
Yeah, I think they've actually been taking cues from Hearthstone. Because there's a paladin card in that, Enter the Arena, where each player basically, like, all of their minions die apart from their highest attack one.
Oh, okay.
So they're kind of taking cues from that, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. It's a pretty nice card, though.
They've taken a lot of Magic stuff, so...
Yeah, well, why not branch into other games as well? Ooh, very nice. Full art. Hair of Inaba. Is that right? Inaba. Same thing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It's a were-rabbit, because we need more were-rabbits. If they look like that, then sure. 3 will. When this card enters your field, name a card. Reveal the top 4 cards of your main deck. Put all revealed cards with that name into your hand and shuffle the rest into your main deck. This card gains flying and swiftness as long as you control a fantasy resonator. And it's a 600, 700. For 3, pretty good. And there was that card earlier that was, you know, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. and put them back in any order. So you can actually see if you've got like what you've got in there.
Yeah.
And then just pick them out with this. It's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Now we're sticking the full arts separate. Okay, fine.
Oh, I just want.
You just want to fondle Titania again.
Only her wings. It's nothing rude. Depends what fairy culture is like, I guess.
Yeah. The most erogenous zones are in their wings.
Watched an anime like that once.
Isn't that just any anime? Ooh, Death Trap. I just kind of like the zombies on that.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I just said that to annoy you, to be honest. So it costs 4, has a trigger. So it doesn't actually have stealth, so it won't work with the...
But it's not a resonator, so...
True. Yeah. So during your opponent's turn, you control... if you control... Wait. Oh, the trigger, sorry. The trigger is, during your opponent's turn, you control a Darkness Magic Stone and 3 or more Resonators were put into a graveyard from your field this turn. Put target Resonator from your graveyard into your field. I don't think that's particularly good. It's like... So I've just been board wiped, but I get 1 thing back. For 4. Well, for 2, really, isn't it? Because it's a standby card. I suppose it's alright. It just seems kind of underwhelming compared to some of the other cards we've seen.
Yeah.
Down the drain. Destroy target fire resonator. There's a lot of fire hate. There was like... Fire hate...
But nobody's going to play it because it's so specific.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Unless there's just someone at your locals who you really hate that plays fire.
Yeah, true. Another Riser, First of the Dead. Another Hair of Inaba. No, that's just a...
full art.
Oh, that's a secret rare. Super rare, whatever. And another full art, like you said. Igdor, Beast of the World. Very nice, very shiny. They've kind of gone for like a weird laminate or something, haven't they, on these new ones?
Yeah, now that I look at it more, I'm not too sure if I prefer it from the last one.
It's nice, but in a different way.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way that the font comes out in the full arts.
Like it looks warped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the printing or something. It kind of... The way they print it doesn't dry properly or something. So he's really, really expensive. He costs 10 will. But if your life is 100, you may pay his entire will cost less to play this card. So he's free if you only have 100 life, so he's going to work really well with Yggdrasil.
Which would be nice. I've never seen an Yggdrasil deck actually being used.
Yeah.
So.
And I wanted to build one, and I have most of the cards for it, but never actually got around to putting it in sleeves and playing. But with this, I think it's actually worthwhile now. Because essentially, you get put down to 100 life. Alice comes out, Excalibur comes out, and you can play this for free. What's not to like about that? I mean, if you could put in all this life gain that we're getting from light as well, you could potentially just life gain back up to 4,000 or so.
You only need a couple of light stones, and you can use that gain 1,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Yggdrasil could see a lot of play based on this and the light stuff that's coming out in this set. So yeah, very nice. So we're putting...
You're putting it under Titania.
Yeah, it has to go under.
She's the dominant one.
Oh dear.
It wasn't meant to be rude.
But it always comes out that way. That's some pretty good stuff so far. Yeah, more fairies. Gathering of fairies. Gain 1,000 life. Fairy Shadow. Seen that as well. Circle of Trust.
More fairies.
Did this... Oh...
Your boy.
Oh, that's remote control golem. This is going in my deck. Yeah, it's amazing. So it costs 10 will. So 2,000, 2,000. You may pay 1 less to play this card for each machine you control, and this card cannot be destroyed. Yep. basically cheat him out with the old Machina. Yep. Cheat him out with old Machina with Insane Maribel.
Yeah.
And then pay 1 to give her plus 2,000 plus 2,000. Yeah. Especially because you can, search for it with Dark Machina as well.
Yeah, that's true. I think there's a card that works well against him. I'll have a quick look for it while you're going through it.
Sure. So it's just a solid card, really. It's a great extra finisher. Not that the machine decks really need an extra finisher, considering you've already got Insane Maribel and Imitation Dragons.
The whole deck is just finishes, right?
Yeah, because all you need is just wait until turn 4, well, turn 5, and then just, wipe everything. While paying March of the Machine Lord for free several times, hopefully, because you've got 5 machines out. It's great.
This is the one I was talking about, but it still means it can't be destroyed, but it puts its
So the
attack.
Fairy Flower Extract, so added Resonator, becomes a 200, 300. yeah, that kind of negates it a
Becoming
little
a fairy
bit.
too.
Yeah, but it's still an undestroyable.
Yeah.
Or indestructible, I should say. 200, 300. And, very nice. So another full art, Alice of Shadow. Because we've already had Alice and Dark Alice, so we needed a Shadow Alice as well, which is the shadow of the dark light fairy Alice. What?
Well, they're all the same person deep down.
True. So she costs 3 will to play. She is a Resonator Shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Have you looked up for shift?
No.
If you flip the card over.
Wow. Okay, that makes more sense. Awesome. Alright, so we'll talk about both sides then. Yeah, and she's a murderer / shadow.
It's a good race to be. Murder race.
Why not, right? When this card enters your field or shifts, destroy target resonator with total cost 2 or less. Other J resonators you control gain plus 200 plus 0. That is insane for 3. That's really good. One problem with this, they should do the whole thing with Magic where they have like the extra cards in the back
if
that
you
you
don't
can
have
mark
sleeves.
up. Yeah, because if you're playing it sleeved and it's actually in your deck, you're gonna have to keep taking it out of the sleeves and flip it around.
If you don't have sleeves, you can't play it in your deck.
Exactly. Yeah, you need sleeves with this card, or a placeholder card. I would imagine would be fine.
Yeah, maybe they'll allow that.
Yeah, because it seems really strange that, whatever. So Alice of Light is a Guardian Resonator. So Flipper, she's a murderer. Now she's a Guardian. Murderer. Guardian. She has Shift. You can pay 1 black, 2 of any other to play either side of this card.
You play that when she's on the field.
Yeah.
So then you
so shifts into the dark one. But once she's the dark one, you can't shift her back unless you bounce her back to hand.
Yeah.
I imagine. So you can flip it. You can play the shift anytime you can play a spell chant. So only in your turn. When this card enters your field, you gain 600 life. Other J resonators you control get plus 0 plus 200. So she's the exact opposite of Shadow version in that respect. Pretty cool. It's like another interesting concept they've kind of added into the game, but like I said, with the sleeves.
Yeah. They should have thought about that. Seeing as Magic has been around for a while and they've already been doing that.
Yeah, true. But still, very nice card. I'm going to leave it on the shadow side because it's cooler. Sorry. You have to put it under Titania.
I don't have a problem, that's right.
So I am literally just like flicking, don't
You
care,
are flicking.
don't care. Ooh, high speed dash. We've already seen one, right?
Yep.
That was like the first card we pulled or something. Another cool one. Ooh, very nice. Alisaris, Avatar of Destruction. So it's a 12 Apostles Avatar Resonator. Costs 5 will, 1,000, has swiftness, always good. When this card enters your field, you may play a fire, spell chant, or spell chant instant card with total cost 3 or less from your removed area without paying its cost. That's going to work really well with the old, like the previous fire J ruler.
Yeah. The same guy.
Timeline Arsonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so he's just removing the cards from your area, like into your removed area, and then play them with this. This is going to see some play, I think.
Probably. Hopefully. I don't think many people really used him much. His original form. Yeah.
I've seen a few of them around, but yeah, most people are just like, oh, it's a cool deck, but I'd rather play something else. And another Machine Lab of Legatus. Again, the font just seems really weird when it's full art. But still, another nice card. That is our third one of those, though. Does that make it a common rare?
So I guess, right, so the SRs have the summoning circle still.
Yeah.
But the single Rs are just sort of
some of them do. I think there's a couple of the SRs that don't. Because in the previous set, there were a couple of SRs, I think, that didn't have the circle.
Really? It's weird.
Ew. Valentina, she's dead.
But she's also not at the same time.
Yeah. Separation of body and soul, so destroy target resonator with attack different from its printed attack or defense different from its printed defense. That's really situational. Basically, if stuff has been buffed with other things, then you can destroy it.
It's quite common, though, to do that.
I suppose. Yeah, it depends.
It works against Arthur if he's done the defense boost on himself.
True, yeah.
Which, not many people like Arthur, unfortunately.
Well, the thing is, I think Luminous Bamboo Shoots kind of killed him off, literally.
Oh, yeah.
As a way to actually get rid of him. Wing Trap. So it's a standby chant. So if you control a wind magic stone and a resonator with flying, destroy target resonator without flying.
There goes Arthur again.
But that's really weird. It's a wing trap, but you need to have flying in order to destroy something without flying.
The trap has wings.
So it just floats in and
so maybe it
picks
should be
them.
winged trap.
Yeah.
Rather than...
I don't know. That's weird. More Napping Lions, more Croco Sharks. I think the Croco Sharks are great because people are going to just fill their decks with them, and it's going to be really hard to get hold of them, to be honest. Yeah. Ooh, Boars, Returned Adventurer is our rare. So it's a Knight of the Round Table, costs 3 will, 600. When this card enters your field or attacks target Knight of the Round Table. There's a comma in between that. When this card enters your field or attacks, target Knight of the Round Table gains +400/+400 until end of turn. So he can boost himself, boost another knight.
Yeah, he's he would be really good if Lancelot didn't have to always attack first. But
True.
That's the curse of Lancelot.
But when he comes in as well,
it
happens. So if you could bounce him back to your hand, Dreams of Juliet, for instance.
Yeah.
It's useful, I guess. And Time Gazer Elf is our foil.
But I'd rather just use, problem is I can't remember the name of it. Hector.
Yes.
Seeing as that works better with Lancelot.
It does. Considering it specifically has, like, Lancelot on the card as well, doesn't it? More remote control beasts. Always useful. I think we might have seen like all of the commons at least. Maybe not the uncommons. Ring of Fate is that one. So each player discards their hand, shuffles all magic stones from their graveyard into their magic stone deck, and shuffle all other cards from their graveyard into their main deck. Then each player draws 5 cards. Remove the top 5 cards of your main deck from the game. Basically just reset the game almost. while keeping all your magic stones out, but any that have been removed from the game for any reason get shuffled back in. So if you've had to sacrifice them, for instance, because you didn't control something or did control something that you weren't allowed.
Leviathan has you destroy your own water magic.
Yeah, that too. But that's blue. And costs a lot of blue.
But I guess it's just saying so you don't accidentally put your magic stones in your deck.
True, yeah. Another Igdor. Ooh. Ooh, shiny. Kaguya. What is she? Rabbit Princess of the Lunar Halo. Wow. So she's gone from the Moonlit Savior to being Queen of the Rabbits, essentially.
I think it's somehow linked to Japanese mythology in some way.
Okay.
I think she was supposed to have something to do with rabbits and the moon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, rabbits live on the moon, of course.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. All right. So she costs 3 will to play. She's a little girl resonator again, because her not J ruler, just the ruler side was a little girl, wasn't it? In the previous set.
I mean, she is a little.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call it a race.
A race of little girls and rabbits. Yeah. So when this card enters your field, you may search your main deck for up to 4 rabbit resonators with total cost of 1 and put them into your field. Then shuffle your main deck. Whenever a resonator is put into a graveyard from your field, put a +100/+100 counter on this card. So get lots of rabbits out, kill them all, boost her, and win. For 3, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, especially because you get those rabbits into the field. That's insane.
There just needs to be a few more rabbits. I think.
Yeah.
A few more rabbit cards, because currently there's like 2 or something.
Something like that. But they are 1 costs.
It just needs to be that really fat rabbit in it. I'll go through some of the comments as well. I'll take another pack.
Go for it. So that stage where we're both just opening packs now. For the sake of brevity.
Oh, you'll go them. And Hair Venaba, once again.
Nice.
Always.
Ooh, haven't seen that one actually. That's really weird. Eyes in the Darkness. Target J Resonator gains -400/-400 for each card in your chance standby area until end of turn. That's insane if you're playing like chance standby stuff.
Yeah.
Oh look, that Resonator just got like -3,200 or something. That was some very cool cards. Rabbits. Melda, Last of the Dead. We haven't seen him, have we?
No, we've seen his wife.
True, yeah. So he's a zombie resonator that costs 5, 1,000, and he has stealth, so you control the darkness magic stone and your life is 2,000 or less. You may play it without paying its cost. So, it's not too bad.
They sort of work together a bit.
Yeah, so you kill yourself.
End of.
Yeah, and become a zombie. It's an interesting one actually because it's like, so you take the 1,000 damage from his wife, like maybe once or twice, then get him for 2 instead of 5, and when it enters the field, target resonator gains -400 for each resonator with stealth you control. So it's kind of like a miniaturized, well, an inbuilt version of that as well.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. And another Boars.
I got a new card.
Ooh, shiny.
Set free. 3 cost. Put the target resonator on top of its owner's main deck. Okay.
Yep.
Put up to 1 second target resonator to the top of its owner's main deck. If this card was awakened... Oh, okay, so pay 2 to awaken it. If you awaken it, you can put another card on top of their deck.
Yep.
So that's pretty nasty.
Yeah, I mean, bouncing potentially 2 cards for 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have to draw to get it back, so...
True, yeah, it stalls them down, and it could potentially give them a useless draw as well.
Yeah.
If they're after something specific to, kill you off or stay alive or something. Let's see, anything good? Another Owain.
It's got more zombies.
Ooh.
Can't be bothered to talk about them.
Nice. Glorian, Princess of Water, Charlotte. So 3-cost Resonator. She is a Shift Wizard. Nice. This card enters your field with 5 plus 100 plus 100 counters. As this card shifts, put 10 plus 100 plus 100 counters on it. Remove 4 plus 100 plus 100 counters from this card to draw a card. So you need the plus 100 plus 100 counters, otherwise she just dies. And her flip side is Lars, Inheritor of the Sacred Spirit. So she shifts into a man.
No, the man shifts into her.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be brother and sister.
Okay, fair enough. So he's a Resonating Knight, but not a Knight of the Round Table. Interesting. So you can flip it by playing 3. His ability is prevent all damage that would be dealt to this card during your turn. That's pretty cool if you're burning yourself with, those minus 200 things, or just wiping your own board.
I also quite like the idea of Charlotte, because in the storyline she's supposed to be a very frail girl. So basically, when you get rid of counters, she's slowly dying. Slowly just fading away.
Fair enough.
It's a bit harsh.
And one of them in foil, which looks very nice in foil, I have to say.
Ooh. Got a new Memoria. So, I can't even read it from here. Sorrowful Necromancer's Memoria. Produce 1 darkness or darkness and 1 tap. Remove target card in graveyard from the game.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
Again, it's like one of those things where, why run a Darkness Stone if you can run that?
Yeah.
Because you're going to get the added benefit.
Surely that works with Alicery? Something like that. Whatever. Red deck?
Alicery? No, I don't know.
Red guy.
Yeah. The Timeline Arsonist. Just call me Arsonist. Works better. Another Black Moonbeam. Very nice card. And Refrain. The End of Ages. Very nice. So it's a 5-cost shift. It's another little girl. Is this just Reflect Refrain again, by any chance? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you can pay 2 to put a magic counter on this card, remove 4 magic counters from this card, destroy all additions, regalia, resonators, and J-rollers. For 8 will, you can just kill everything. All of it. Ever. And Reflect. The Beginning of Time is a Resonator little boy. Costs 1 green will to play. And of course you pay the shift cost to flip it into Refrain. And you can pay 1 to put a magic counter on this card. That's horrible.
Typical Reflect
Because it's not even like tap. It's just pay 1. So it doesn't even punish you late game for drawing it. Because you draw it like turn 5, pay it for 1, put 4 counters on it, and then turn 6, flip it into that, and then kill everything.
You can't have Reflect Refrain without making it unfair.
Yeah, it's just broken.
Speaking of unfair, Guardian Angel Raphael. She's got Flying, 400, 800 for a cost of 3. Your opponent cannot play cards from their chance standby area during your turn. And your opponent cannot play activate abilities of J-rulers or
Regalia
during your turn.
That's
I'm glad Angels get support.
That's just. Ugh.
I am Call to Action Memoria. Produces 1 light or 1 light and 1 anything. Tap it, gain 100 life. So
yeah, again, no reason to play a light stone if you can play that instead. So many of the same commons. Ooh, Rabbit of Moonlit Nights. There's the fat rabbit. I found the fat rabbit.
I've seen fatter. I'm never happy. I got the fat rabbit too.
Another Machine Lab of Leginus. Ooh, and Call to Actions Memoria in foil. I'm sure I've probably skipped through like some of those Memorias by accident. And Death Trap is our foil.
I'm going to give this to you because I can't read all that from this angle.
Wow. Okay, is this the J-Ruler?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, all 5 wills, Memoria of the 7 lands. Judgment 4. Flip him into Melgis, Conqueror of Flame. Yep. And it's basically the same artwork as with the Giant Axe.
Yeah.
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 It's also full art, so it looks pretty cool. So this card gains Melgis, the one charmed by the Demon Sword, in addition to its other names. When this card enters your field, if you control a Brutal Conqueror's Memoria, reveal the top 3 cards of your main deck. Put all Resonators with total cost 3 or less from among them into your field. They gain Swiftness until end of turn. Put the rest on top of your main deck in any order. If you control 4 Brutal Conqueror's Memoria, put all Resonators from among them in your field instead of all Resonators with total cost 3 or less. That's insane. I mean, the chances of getting all 4 Memorias out at the same time, again, like we said with the previous one, is fairly luck-based.
Yeah.
But if you do, yeah. Yeah.
They're all like that. If you get lucky, then you just pull off crazy skills.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though.
It will prevent people from using it, so like not many people.
Yeah.
You won't. Yeah. Hopefully, people won't get too upset by it.
Oh, they will. People always get upset by things.
Oh, I got another reflect refrain.
Hey, burn it. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Ooh, another true successor. Oh, Shion. Awesome. That might actually go in my blue deck. If I can get hold of one.
Oh, you ruined it.
Hey, the tower falls. So she costs 2 blue. Human Resonator. When this card enters your field, draw a card, because, you know, Shion's all about card draw. Always has been. If your opponent has more cards in your hand than you, though. So there is a condition on that card draw, but, you know. Or you can pay 1 and rest her to discard a card, return another target Resonator to its owner's hand. That's really useful, because, like, bouncing stuff back can... just stalling out the game, bouncing it back. It's insane. Ooh, very nice. Aloof Researcher's Memoria. So it produces blue, or you pay 1 blue and 1 of any other to rest it, and draw a card, then discard a card. So just card cycling. I'd say that's possibly one of the stronger of the Memorials.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the one that gains 100 life's okay, because then you just get permanent board buffs from it.
True.
Yeah. That one's the best on its own. It can be used in loads of different water decks.
There's not really a downside to it, because I mean, discarding a card isn't that big of a punishment in a lot of decks. So.
Yeah. I'm also going to give this one to you because it's a shift.
Okay, cool. In that case.
Reading all that from this side.
So we have Slayer of the Overlord, Priscia. Are they just printing Priscia in every set?
Yeah.
Like,
she's sort of like the main character.
Yeah.
Even though it's called the Alice cluster, but whatever.
Exactly. So yeah, she costs 2 will. She's a Beast Resonator, and she has Shift, which is 2 blue and 1 of any other. When this card enters your field, this card and target J Resonator your opponent controls deal damage equal to their attack to each other. Yeah.
Typical Priscia.
Yeah. And you can pay 1, and this card gains +100/+100 until end of turn. So, I mean, early game, because it is an early game card, essentially, it's pretty good because you can just, you know, take out one of their Resonators just by bringing her in.
Yeah.
So you get a body and a dead Resonator on their side, which is not too bad. But when she shifts, she becomes Possessor, Princess of Love, Valentina. Why did Valentina turn weird? And like...
Valentina, she's always been weird.
Yeah, but like she didn't have a weird face like that.
That's because that's Priscia's face.
I know, but it's...
What do you want about?
I know, but
it's evil.
Yeah,
That's all you need to know.
So she costs 3 will, which is when you shift her. When this card is put into a graveyard from your field, gain control of target Resonator. So it's kind of like the opposite of Valentina from the previous set, where it was like when she comes into the field, gain control of target Resonator.
Yeah.
Whereas this is when she leaves the field, gain control of target Resonator.
So it's like a mix between both her and Priscia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valentina and Priscia.
Yeah. It's pretty nasty. That will probably see play.
Yeah.
The green-blue isn't that common.
I was thinking that.
But, I mean, maybe there's an ability to, like, that you can splash or something for it. Seems pretty cool, though.
This will be the last booster then.
have you already done yours?
Yeah, I've done mine.
Okay.
There's nothing new.
Fair enough. Let's see. And we've already got the 2 J rulers, so we've got another melder of the Last of the Dead, so it's pretty cool. A foil magic waterstone and a foil napping lion. We finish on a lion.
It's too bad we didn't finish on the Crocos shark. He's the best one.
Yeah. Foil Crocos shark.
I'm sorry,
that's worth some money. Yep. So overall, I'm kind of liking the set. I think. Don't know about you.
I'm liking the fairy support. But yeah,
I like the shift cards. Like it's an interesting idea to use them. The fact that you're actually paying to do it rather than like meeting certain conditions.
like in Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes it slightly better. You have more control over when it happens in a way. But yeah, I mean, some of the secret rares we got, pretty happy with those.
I'm
super rare.
Very happy with this full art.
I know you are. And the 2J rulers, so that dude, Melgis, and I've lost the other one, there he is. So we've got the fire and water resonator, J rulers. So pretty interesting the way they work.
It's too bad we didn't get Faria. I believe she's the one that just, if you got 4 of the right stone, then she kills everything when you're up here.
Nice. But yeah, I mean, overall, nice set. I'm definitely going to be picking up some of the machine cards for my deck, possibly some of the water cards from my Cheyenne deck. Maybe even do a Crocos shark.
50 Crocos sharks.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
The thing is, you probably only need 10.
Yeah.
At most.
Yeah. Wow.
Because if you've got ways to search for them.
40 to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe.
You want those
Crocos shark crossings.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah. Definitely an interesting set, and I like the fact there doesn't seem to be any 0 cost regalia.
Yeah, there isn't. No. There's a 7 cost one though.
Yeah. So I like that they're getting away from that, because that kind of, it didn't kill the game, but it made it less fun, I think. And these new stones are pretty cool as well. Just having the extra benefits as well as just producing normal. Like, it's not like they're dual stones or they have a downside.
Yeah, the only downside is if your opponent's using something split heaven and earth, is it? Where you take damage if you got more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Magic stones. But
Yeah.
no, that's out of cycle now.
Yep. Anyway, so all the cards you've seen can be bought and sold on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk.
Yeah.
I'm Chris.
Bye from me, James.
Yep. And we'll see you next time for another unboxing video, probably.
Yeah.
Yep. So thanks for watching.